This is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about.
Are you crazy? These kids could really hurt themselves with this stuff.
Oh, God, I thought that was absolutely dreadful.
Welcome to So Like You Know, aka Slick Radio. This is the podcast your mother warned you about. My name's Chris.
And I'm Bo.
This is the show of May 12th.
God damn, I can't believe it's already May. I feel like I say that every episode, but this year's going quick.
Very, very fast.
But if you like to listen to our shows, you can always stream us live here on Spreaker. And don't forget, we have SoLikeYouKnow.com.
And you can follow all of our hijinks on Facebook and Twitter at SLYK Radio.
And don't forget, we do have an iTunes and a Stitcher and an RSS feed.
That is updated sometimes.
They will be updated soon, as soon as I figure out how to do it.
Once I show Bo how to do it, because I'm lazy.
It will happen, though. I promise. We'll be back on iTunes.
But as always, this is your weekly dose of craziness, awesomeness, and randomness, all thrown together in an hour-long episode of pure joy.
Yay, joy!
Man, I came up with all of that off the seat of my pants.
Pure joy. Why is it like a scraping or something?
Yes.
That's disgusting.
Vaginal scraping.
Why do you have a butt pussy?
I don't know.
Why did I just yell butt pussy?
All right,
I feel like butt pussy was my most emphasized
Show's
word.
over. Have a great night.
Well, we like to start out our show with the intro to the beer review.
Yes, because if we're already talking like this, imagine what happens if we have a little beer in us.
Yay, beer! So this week we just went with some KCCO because, god damn it, we were in a Chive mood, and it's basically the Chive beer.
Yep.
Whether or not it's actually sanctioned technically by them.
It is sanctioned by them now because they have pictures of it all the time. Yep.
But this is from Red Hook Brewery and Resignation Brewery. It's a collaboration. It is a 5.1 alcohol by volume. And
22 IBU.
EBU! And it doesn't say anything anywhere. So
And it has a government warning.
Yeah. And so, you know what? That basically means chive on, motherfuckers.
Yes, indeed. So, we picked up a 6-pack, which means we're going to drink a lot of this over the next hour.
Yay!
Cheers.
Cheers.
Look for our review of the KCCO Black Lager at the end of the show.
Black lager. I never realized black lager. Like chainsaw.
Chainsaw?
No, what?
I want a chainsaw. I want to pet a dolphin.
I want to pet a pussy.
She's over there.
Hi, pussy!
Well,
We're talking to our hall monitor.
our cat. Our cat, his cat.
My cat, yeah. You have a
I
dog.
don't own a cat.
Yeah, dog. Doggy.
So, but first things first, we like to start off with some of our favorite topics. You know, that nerd news, that tech news, and a little segment that we have officially dubbed
Sparky!
BuzzFeed. I don't know why you paused.
I don't know. Because I thought you were going to do like Buzz. And...
No. So,
whatever.
We always thought that the segment should have a cool name like the Spark, or the Buzz, or the Feed. We asked for input.
And no one chimed in.
No one gave us any input, so we just pushed them all together. So it's now Sparky BuzzFeed.
You know what? I think that's
sticking.
Really, yeah.
It's done. That's the name, Sparky
and it entitles
BuzzFeed.
everything accurately.
Exactly.
So, so a little part, I don't know what I was going to say. Fuck it. So some weird news that I found this week. There's a creepy Japanese town. It's Shikoku, Japan. It's populated by 37 people and 350 dolls. So the reason it's populated by these dolls is Ayano Tsukimi is a very creepy, super creepy old lady.
Not to be confused with the vegetable known as zucchini.
Yes, Tsukimi, not zucchini. She might be fuzzy, but I've never stroked her, so I wouldn't know.
You've stroked a zucchini?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So it's kind of actually depressing creepy. She moved back to this town I think, 20-odd years ago, and she started replacing the people in her town with life-size dolls after they died.
Let's rephrase this. She didn't, kill the people and then, sew their bodies up to dolls, so she didn't replace the people. The dolls just became placeholders.
That would be
You
so
made it
awesome.
sound like she murdered them and then made a doll out of them. She replaced them with dolls after they died.
Could you do that? Like, if there was like an island and you owned it and you're like, you can live here, it's paradise, do whatever you want, but when you die, we stuff you and put you on the beach and you become permanent.
I'm assuming yes, you could.
That would be kind of awesome.
Yeah, that's what's happening in the KCCO right now.
Oh, already happened to Walt Disney.
Yeah, true. Walt Disney must feed. Alien.
Yeah. So, super creepy stuff. I'll probably post a link to it, but I guarantee you it's going to be the title link to the show post.
More likely.
I'm going to post last week's show
Eventually.
soon. Sorry. But you know what? Because you can always find it on Spreaker, so
Exactly.
I can be late. So there.
Can you please read the next one exactly the way you have it written?
3D printed food. Will it go anywhere?
Yes, out of your butt. Into the toilet. That is where it will go.
Punctuation. It's a good thing. So I was kind of looking this up, and I think we've talked about it before, where they can print this nasty protein paste kind of crap to make it look like
talked about it like 2
pizza.
months ago.
Yeah. So, but it's getting more popular. So now they're actually they can print chocolates, the pizza protein powder stuff. They can make bread, I believe. Don't whack the robot penis with the metal hammer.
I do what I want.
All right, that happens.
So,
But
penis proteins made out of goo. Yep.
Penis proteins.
That's what you
I don't
said.
think it's made out of sperm.
That's what you said. You said they're making food out of penis proteins.
Penis proteins. Disturbing. But, like, I want this to go somewhere, but at the same time, I'm so disgusted by it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, would you want to eat a paste?
Yeah, it's called toothpaste. I eat it every day.
Ew. You're not supposed to do that
But I'm
unless it's
so-
under a pea size.
But I'm so minty.
Honestly, I just want them to start replicating food so then I can eat whatever I want whenever I want.
There you go.
You know what? I never asked this. So in Star Trek, when they replicate their food, can they change the dietary stuff in it?
In theory.
So you could eat like the healthiest damn pizza on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. Random thought.
So, next kind of weird, awesome news link is there's been a class action lawsuit against Vibram, the company who made the 5-finger toe shoes that everybody wore for a little while. I guess Vibram made false claims that the shoe would improve neural health and overall foot health, which it had no studies proving this. It just said it did, and then people called them out on it. And now, if you ever bought a pair of these shoes, you can file a claim and get your money back.
If you bought a shoes after like July of 2009.
Yeah.
But
So in the past, 5.5 years.
yeah. And, it's funny is you think about it is they probably could have avoided the whole lawsuit altogether, like I was telling Chris earlier this week, if they would have just said may improve, not will. Not this defining stuff that there is no proof. Now, personally, I have the Vibrams. They look weird as hell, but I can definitely say I like running in them. I feel like they helped my back health and my...
But that wasn't one of the claims they made.
Well, yeah. But it also did feel like it made my feet stronger.
No.
So, because hiking in them after so much time, it felt easier and easier. So it was helping me to work out a muscle that was normally ignored from like a stiff-soled shoe.
True.
So, I don't know. I don't agree with it completely, but at the same time, I can see where people are bitching about it. But, I mean, it's not as bad as someone complaining because they got burnt by a McDonald's cup of coffee.
True. Now, I bought the knockoff shoes, so I'm not entitled to this.
Yeah.
I bought the
Skeletors.
I bought the Fila's.
Skeletos?
Skeletos, yep.
Skeletor. Skeletor or Skeletos.
Yep. So, but there you go. So if you ever bought some Vibram 5 fingers in the past 5 years, you can get like $50 back.
Oh, yeah. It's like 20 to 94. The site's not up yet. It's going to be like Vibram 5-finger settlements or something.
Yeah.
Google it. You'll find it. It's not up yet, but just keep looking if you have an interest. Stop stroking me.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of things somebody at this table might have an interest in, Nerd Block has recently announced its new product, the Horror Block.
Yay, horror.
Which, for $19.99 a month, you can subscribe to this box that will be shipped to your door, and you get one horror-based t-shirt and 4 to 5 different goodies of varying price. Now, with my experience of the current Nerd Block, what you get typically outvalues what you pay. Typically, a decent licensed T-shirt is going to cost you $20, and then everything else in there. The last Nerd Block was kind of cheap, but I still got probably about $15 to $19 worth of stuff on top of the T-shirt, so I got about $35 to $40 worth of loot for $20.
And another cool thing about the Nerd Block is they have the contest every once in a while for the people who are subscribed. They'll do like the Super Nerd Block.
The Monster Block?
Yeah, they'll have like an Xbox One in it or a PlayStation or a bunch of games.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
So, but the Horror Block is specifically for horror fans, so it'll have... Like this past Nerd Block had a little cord keeper, and the little cord keeper was from a horror movie. Like we got Freddy from Friday the 13th, so...
Yay, for a horror fan like you.
Wait, Freddy? No, that's Nightmare on Elm Street. My bad. So, yeah, you can see that's how much of a horror fan I am.
Yeah.
Let's say Janet took it. Now, I was actually hoping for the Predator one, because Predator was part of the series.
Seems weird that Predator is considered horror to me.
Sci-fi horror, like Alien.
Well, I mean, I understand, but still in my head, it's like, I don't know.
So yeah, there you go. So you horror fans, go over to nerdblock.com/horror, and that'd be kind of,
Yeah, because we know you waste $20 on other things. You don't need that Chipotle burrito with guacamole.
So here's something.
Man, I want Chipotle so bad right now.
There you go. Here's something you shouldn't waste money on. Borderlands 2 has recently released on the Vita and is getting less than favorable reviews.
I just can't imagine that being very fun, honestly.
So I looked at the visuals. The visuals look okay. I mean, it went from a 4-player co-op game to a 2-player for Vita. I mean, they had to dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I heard that the commands, like the controls, were absolutely horrendous, and the frame rate was terrible. This is what I don't understand, is I have a Vita, and I played Uncharted Golden Abyss, which is equal to any of the Uncharteds from PlayStation 3, and it played flawlessly above 30 frames per second, and it looked gorgeous. And Borderlands isn't that highly detailed, it's kind of cartoony. So, and the thing that, what I've been reading in the reviews, like for example, GameSpot gave it a 5.8.
Damn.
So what they said, the problem was that the control scheme is Borderlands uses every button it can. And on the Vita, you don't have as many buttons as on a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
You're missing R2 and L2. They become either digital buttons on the tops of the touch screen, or you use the back touch panel. And that back touch panel sucks because that means you're holding it like a little fucking oven mitt instead of like holding the entire console like you should. Because you might accidentally hit the back touch panel. And so I guess they said the controls are just lunky and uncomfortable, and it just makes what used to be smooth battles very complicated.
That sounds pretty fucking obnoxious. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Personally, I love computer Borderlands over console Borderlands, and I can't imagine losing the kind of button control like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that would really piss me off. I mean, I used to be more console, and I switched over just because of that ease of ability. So
Now, I may pick up Borderlands for Vita, maybe, but right now it's $40. So I'm like,
What, can't you just get Borderlands 2 for the PlayStation 4? Or 3, technically?
PS4 is not backwards compatible with 3.
Oh, I thought they were going to release a thing for it.
Not yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when they do, though, you will be able to play that? Actually, that's a good question. Will PlayStation 3 games be able to play it over a network to a Vita?
Yeah, no, it's cross-save capable.
So it basically just displays the whole game to you?
Yeah, PS4 does. Every PS4 game is remote play capable on the Vita.
That's what I was wondering. Is a PS3
select
through?
PS3 games are remote play through Vita.
Okay.
But your saves, like if you want to pick up where you left off in Borderlands 2 on the PS3, you can save to the cloud and access that save file on the Vita version of Borderlands 2 and pick up where you left off.
Okay. That makes sense.
So, yep.
Well, cool.
So that's it for Sparky BuzzFeed. If you have any cool tech nerd geek news, send it our way at solikynopodcast@gmail.com.
It's so much easier to say than it is to write out. It's the biggest damn email ever.
Solikynopodcast.
But speaking of, music. It's not music.
Speaking of games with horrible controls, welcome to this week's special segment.
The state of the MMO.
We are going to explore new MMOs, what's happening, what's going on, why it matters.
So, an MMO, mass multiplayer online